In this video, we'll see how to move containers like question sets and tests within a pane, and how to move these containers from one pane to another. You can do all of this by dragging and dropping, but sometimes it's easier to use a menu option. You can use the menu options to move containers within the same pane, or to copy them from one pane to another. Copying a container from one pane to another allows you to change a container from one type to another. This allows you to access features unique to that type of container. For example, changing a test to a question set allows you to provide question information to the students in line with the questions. A quick note before we start: the test generator move and copy functions are only available to instructors. Publishers move products through the Content Manager. Let's start by looking at the My Question Sets folder. I have this Chapter 2 question set at the root of the folder. I want to move this to a test questions folder that I have in the chemistry folder. To start, I'll right-click the Chapter 2 question set. Then I'll select Move from the pop-up menu. Next, I'll expand the My Question Sets folder. I'll expand the chemistry folder. I'll select the test questions folder. And click OK. Now my Chapter 2 question set is in the test questions folder. Let's suppose that I create a weekly quiz, so I don't want to drill down to get to my quiz questions folder. I want it at the root of the tree. To move it to the root, first I'll right-click it. Then I'll select Move to Root. And it's as simple as that. My quiz questions folder is now at the root of the question sets tree and easily accessible. Question sets and tests behave differently. So, it's helpful to be able to convert one to another by copying from one pane to another. You can drag between panes to convert a set to a test, and vice versa. But you can do the same thing using the menu options. Let's start with copying a question set. A question set is a collection of questions designed to be used by instructors to create a test. You cannot create an online assignment for your students from a set. While you can print a question set, it won't have directions for answering the questions. Let's suppose I've collected some easy quiz questions, and I now want to create a test out of the entire set. I'll close this set and then right-click it in the question sets pane. I'll click Copy to Tests. In the Copy Question Set to Tests dialog box, you can select a folder in the Tests pane. I'm going to leave the My Tests folder selected and click OK. You can see that the set has been copied as a test to the My Tests folder. Let's open the test. Now you can see that there are instructions in the test, which will be included if I print the test. I could also assign this test to students. One common difference between a test and a question set is the way that question information is displayed. For a set, the question information currently displayed in the editor window will print directly under the question. For a test, the displayed question information will appear either in the answer key at the end of the test or below the question along with the answer. For example, suppose I want to provide a PDF of my test that contains the topic for each question so students can review the associated material. But I don't want to provide them with the answers, just the topics. Right now I have the answers and the topics displayed. Let's use the Display Question Information option to hide the answer and see what happens when I print the test. I'll deselect the Answer checkbox and click OK. Now just the topics are showing. Let's print a PDF and see what happens. I'm going to print a single version. I want to include the question information, and I want to place it below each question. Notice that in order to do this, I have to print an answer key. Let's select the two checkboxes and click OK. Notice that both the answer and the topic appear under the question, even though the answer was hidden in the editor pane. To display just the topic, we need to print this test as a question set. We'll start by right-clicking the test. Then we'll click Copy to Question Sets. I'll leave my question sets selected and click OK. Let's expand the My Question Sets folder and open the new question set. Next, we'll hide the answer. And then, we'll print the set. Now the topic displays under the question without the answer. And those are just some of the ways you can use the copy and move menu options to work with different containers.